Hi everybody, welcome back to the Drunken Bull Ranch. I'm Reed. So today, by the way, before I get started, I apologize for not posting any videos this last weekend. It was Mother's Day, we had a lot going on, and yeah, it was just kind of busy and I just honestly didn't get around to it. So I'm gonna post a video this evening about what I'm doing, and let me show you. Okay, so this is our backflow preventer for our irrigation system. Now, what this is designed to do is, let me flip you around again, it is designed to keep irrigation water from going back into your culinary water. Now, where we're on a well, I put this in so that we didn't contaminate our well. We put it in last year, and over the course of the winter, because I did something stupid, it's about a $300 mistake, $308 to be exact. Let me show you this. So that is a freeze break, and this over here, right down here, is another freeze break. Now, I've done a lot of irrigation, and I knew better than what I did, and it just, for some reason, did not occur to me when I did it. Anyway, so what you do with these things is over the winter, what I did, I put this back in for the benefit of this video and the fact that I was turning it on just to see what was going on. But over the winter, I took this guy out, which is what you're supposed to do. And assuming that I can get it to pop back out of there. Okay, I have to loosen that up some more. And the reason that you take it out is to protect it from the weather, keep it from freezing, which obviously I did a great job of that. And that guy still doesn't want to come out. Come on, there we go. So that piece then slides back. This is always entertaining to do these videos with one hand. Come on. Okay, so that was what was there over the winter, basically. Now, what I should have done was put the valve at a 45 like that, and it probably wouldn't have happened. The other thing that I should have done to keep this from happening is I put these unions in, and I could have removed the whole dang thing and took it in and kept it in a controlled environment, and I wouldn't have had a problem. But because, how to say this, because I got in a hurry and I wasn't really thinking about it, and I did actually wrap it in insulation and plastic to keep it from freezing, but it still froze. And I closed the valves all the way, which you shouldn't do. Anyway, so I've got to change this guy out. Now, I'm going to show you this other part here. So, hang on. Okay, so our irrigation is, we also hooked up also to pressurized irrigation. Now, that is the filter there. That is the shutoff. Now, because it's required that you have a disconnect between your pressurized irrigation and your culinary. And the reason that I have it hooked to both is because sometimes the pressurized irrigation gets shut off and the garden will die, the lawn will die, all of that. And there's nothing I can do about it unless I have it hooked up to culinary or I want to run a hose out there, which I do not want to do. So I put this system in so that I could switch between pressurized irrigation and culinary. Now the line for my pressurized irrigation, if you follow that sprinkler line across the field, that one, all the way over there to that riser, there's a connection for my pressurized irrigation. Now that was put in by the previous owner, and I'm going to say there needed to be a filter on that end because you get all kinds of crud through your pressurized irrigation, and it has somehow plugged the line, causing it to have a whole lot of back pressure. So at some point I'm going to have to dig that up, figure out where that plug is, and get it out. So for the moment, we're trying to get running off of the well. So like I said, I'm going to change this guy out and get it running so that we have water for the garden, which we didn't get planted over the weekend because, one, we didn't have water, and two, like I said, it was Mother's Day. It was busy. We did get the plants picked up though, so that was good. So, like I said, let me get this off and I'll show you what I got to do. Hang on just a minute. Okay, here we go. So, whenever you're doing this, you want to back up the pipe going into the ground, is what they call it, by putting another wrench on it. Because if you snap that off in the ground, which I will probably do in just a minute, it's, I mean, you got to dig a 3-foot hole and repair it. But we're going to see if we can't just pop this guy off without that problem. That one's loosening up, which is just fabulous. Okay, so that one's off. Not the whole thing. Those unions can get really rusty and be really hard to get apart. Okay, so again, I should have took that off last winter, the whole thing. By the way, this is a 1-inch Zern Wilkins backflow. And the other thing I should tell you is that they are directional. So if you put it in backwards, you won't get any water. Anyway, let me take this over to the bed of the truck where I got a place that I can really get on this thing and get it apart. Okay, so I moved it over to the bed of the truck for a couple of reasons. One, I absolutely love a flatbed, and one of the reasons that I love it is these little holes. You can stick your wrench right in there. It'll hold the wrench. You put your pipe right in there. It'll hold that. And in lieu of a pipe vise, it works great. And so then we take this. Nope, I didn't want to unscrew that part. I want to unscrew this part, which is going to be a different size. Come on. Of course, you got to get it in there good and get it to come around. Okay. So there's one side. Of course, it wants to come apart right there. Okay, so now that I got this apart, I'm going to tell you that yes, you can buy this piece separately, and you can buy this piece separately. The issue with that is that in buying those two pieces, I found that that was just almost about as expensive as buying the whole thing, and they didn't have both ends. So I just said the heck with it, I'm going to buy the whole thing, and I'll have a spare cartridge to go in here. But yeah, it was $308, and if I just bought these pieces, it came up to I think it was $385, if I remember, or I'm sorry, $285. So I just spent the extra money and got the whole thing. So let me go get the other one. We'll put it together and put it back in. Okay, so here is the new one. As you can see right there, there is an arrow that indicates which direction the water should go. Now, a lot of guys will use Teflon tape to put these in. I'm just not a fan. So I like to use just thread sealant. And I'm hoping there's enough left in this canister to do this, which there should be. So you just take it and you go all the way around the pipe. And that should do it. Then I always like to just start it by hand. Just like everything, start it by hand. I'm filming. Sorry, the kid wanted to come and join me. I probably should have let her, but well. And again, this is a whole lot easier with a pipe vise, but since I didn't have one, I'm doing it this way. I think I want to go around one more time. That pipe wrench just does not want to hold. know, this is what happens when you're a farmer. You're a plumber, a framer, an electrician. Today I've also been an appliance guy and a refrigeration guy. So, yeah, it's a fun-filled day. And if this had gripped, I'd be a whole lot happier. Come on. Okay, so we want that about right there. Now, you don't want to over tighten these brass fittings, because if you do, you can crack them. Just like a freeze brake, you'll crack them. And so now we just got to get stuff on this side. Like I said, I was kind of hoping there was enough in this container to do this job. I want just a little bit more. Okay. Still doesn't like it. Stop it. Okay. I'm going to say sometimes improvising is a little more challenging than you think. Okay, right about there. No, a little more. Okay. Now, after that menagerie, we're going to take it back over and reinstall it. Just a minute. Okay, so here we go. We're back out here where it hooks up. And there's the arrow going that way. I happen to know that this is the feed side and this is the other side. So, and I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing. But, so what I'll do is I'll get this on here and get these unions started as far as I can by hand. You want to make sure that they match up, which means I got to twist this one just a little bit. we go. Because you want to get a good seal there so it doesn't leak. And then here again, we just do it in reverse. So I like to put my knee up against it or something like that, just to hold the wrench. And I really need to lubricate these pipe wrenches. There we go. And then I just tighten them up. Now, I just like to snug these up. I don't like to put a whole lot of pressure on them because, well, one, I'm going to have to take it off this fall, and two, as long as it doesn't leak, it's fine. And if you really crank them down, it will be a bear to take off in the fall. Okay, so there we go. Now, down here at the bottom of this T-wrench is my stop and waste. And so we're going to turn this on. And that looks good. You want to check around here just to see if you're getting any water. Hold on a second, kid's screaming. It's terrible when you're making a video and your kid trips over a rock, but she's okay. She's on the trampoline now. Anyway, so yeah, this isn't leaking, so we're good there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up this one. And you could hear, I don't know if you could hear the air there, but the air's escaping. Now I'm gonna open up the other side. You can actually hear the water running. I don't know if you guys can, but I can hear the water running. Now, I'll come back and check this in like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes and make sure it's not leaking. But there you go. So, according to my phone, 24 minutes basically, we've changed one out. So, as always, support your local farmers. Have a nice day. Now we can irrigate the garden and the lawn. So we'll talk at you later. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody. We're back. I probably cut that video too short. Yeah, peekaboo. Zoe's out here with me. She's got some crazy hair going on. Yeah. But the backflow is not leaking, so we are good. Anyway, so once again, hey, come here. Once again, support your local farmers. Have a nice day. And when you're a farmer, you got to wear a lot of different hats or you're just screwed. Anyway, what do we say?
Local farmers.
Yeah, support your local farmers. No, don't push the button. And have a good day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.